What's up, my filmmaking followers and musical melomaniacs? I wanted to record this breakdown video to show you the process that I went through in creating the sound design and music for my friend Jonathan Wimbush's spec logo animation for the launch of Halo Studios. I'll put a link in the description to his breakdown video that walks you through the process of how he created that spec logo animation, but he asked me to do the sound design and music. Anytime someone approaches me for my creative services or input, be it sound design and music or 3D, animation, MoGraph, editing, photography, or cinematography, I immediately try to incorporate them in the creative process because I view them as a creative partner. So I ask a few simple questions. What do you envision from this project? What are your ideas, sensibilities, thoughts? Sometimes they relinquish all creative control and just let me play around and do whatever I want. But most of the time, with a little bit of prodding, they actually do have some ideas and some thoughts that they've put into this. And then it's my job to serve that creative vision and bring it to life. And this project was no different. Wimbush approached me and asked me if I was interested, and I obviously said yes. Then I asked him if he had any thoughts or ideas of what he wanted to do. He didn't have a whole lot of specific ideas, but he did have some sound design ideas and sound effects that he wanted to place here and there. Outside of that, the only other piece of direction that he gave me was to not spend a lot of time on it. And I love that because I'm a big believer in the idea that brevity is the soul of wit. Keep it simple. Don't overthink it. One of the first ideas and thoughts that I had upon watching the animation after he sent it to me was I got a very kind of military vibe. I had a drum beat going on in my head with, a snare and some metal hits. So immediately I went to Heavyocity's Damage 2 for this. There are a lot of really great percussion libraries out there, but Damage 2, as well as its predecessor Damage 1, and the Evolve libraries that they created for native instruments many years ago, they go beyond just percussion instruments and hits and this and that. They've done so much of the hard sound design work and crafted libraries that make it easier and faster to get a polished cinematic sound so that you, as the artist and composer, can focus on the musical storytelling aspects of your project. I'm not being paid by Heavyocity to say any of this. I'm not even an affiliate. And if you'd like me to go into a deeper dive on Damage 2 or any of the other Heavyocity libraries, definitely let me know in the comments below. I will look at it and see if I can make another video. Once I had the percussive bass layer laid down, I wanted some kind of pad-like musical bed that wouldn't distract from whatever theme I would eventually come up with. I was originally going to use Cinesamples Cinestrings for this, but I wanted more movement in the sound, like an evolving synth pad. I opted to go with Synapse Audio's Dune 3. They have a couple of really great sound set expansions exactly for this purpose, called World of Cinematic. In fact, I think the default sound that came up when I loaded this library is the sound I ended up using. Next up, the theme. Musically, because it's Halo, I went back and I listened to the original theme, and initially I was going to incorporate kind of a choir motif in homage to the theme, but I thought it would be too, on the nose, and obviously I didn't want to copy the theme. So I decided to go with a French horn and trumpet combo for this, and there's no better library for brass than Cinesamples Cinebrass. The theme is in the key of E minor, so I just kind of played around in that key and came up with something pretty quickly. From there, I decided to add some additional sound design elements to accentuate things like when the character powers up its weapon, or when the logo whooshes into frame. And my go-to sound design tool is Soundly. This tool allows me to search very quickly through gigabytes of sound effects, preview them, and then simply drag and drop them into a multitude of different applications. And if you'd like me to do a deeper dive on Soundly, definitely let me know in the comments below. That was pretty much it. And with that, my friends, it's a wrap. If life is like a movie, you're the star, and I'm the quirky sidekick. Or am I the star and you're the quirky sidekick? It doesn't really matter. But be an awesome human being. Like and subscribe, share this video far and wide, stay frosty, and keep creating.